Welcome, Heinz Kiss Velvet here again with another totally pro artist demo. This time we'll be looking at the Sc58, a guitar made by one of my best friends, Paul. Paul made this guitar specifically for me, you'll see, because its name tag here at Sc58. You might be wondering why it's setting up there. And normally I would keep it in its little housing here, but there's a screw in here and sometimes it needs to be adjusted. So the Sc58, right, stands for Serious Contender. In the 58 I chose that to honor my friend Tim, who was born in 1958. Timbo. Shout out to Timbo. But originally this guitar should have been called a Sonic Catastrophe. But after several prototypes, I think my friend Paul finally nailed it. So we have here the Serious Contender. So let's start from the top and work our way down. Here at the top we have the head and the tuners. These are very special. These are wood, unlike most guitars have metal tuners. These are wood tuners. They're made of tulip wood, and it's the most rare wood in the world because to grow tulips large enough to have wood, you can't imagine how big they are. So very rare, only in Belgium. And we work down. We have the fretwood here. It's a very dark brown. It's the darkest brown fretwood I have on any of my guitars. But as you'll notice, the real special feature of this guitar are these birds on the fretwood. And this is special to my guitar. Nobody else's guitars have these. And each bird is a different species. Say, for example, this one here, clearly, it's a sparrow. And if you go to Paul's website, he has a little website that he put together. And he gives you the names of all the birds. Like, for example, this one, that is a gull. This is a tern. This one's obviously the sparrow, as I just indicated. There's a screech owl, a vulture, and on down. Titmouse here. That's a robin. And I forget what the next two are, but you can look them up on your own. The body is brown. That's a brown wood. Many of my guitars have brown woods, as you'll notice. Also, I want to go back up here. You'll notice this has what's called a nut. Now, some guitars, rare guitars, that have a bridge that moves, they use clamps. You should see my review of the Shure brown guitar to see the clamp. Now, this is a nut. So if you had a clamp here, then at the other end of the guitar you'd have what's called a bridge down here. But if your guitar has a nut, the nomenclature is such that this would be called a bolt system, two-part bolt system. Okay, where there's a nut, there's a bolt. There's a clamp, then you're going to have a bridge. So this is a special bolt, double bolt system. This is the back part. I think is made by Gibson on Beale Street in Alabama, and this is made of tungsten, if I'm not mistaken. And each string sets on its own little piece of metal there. That's bronze. Then you'll notice two block pickups. Well, technically, and this is where a lot of people are confused. Is it a pickup or is it a transducer? many noobs and even some people in the know think that a transducer is the same as a pickup. However, traditionally, the pickup toward the top of the guitar is the name, as I just said, a pickup, and the one down here by this bolt system would be actually a transducer. And the difference is, for anyone who doesn't know, the pickups have magnets that go around wire, and transducers have wires that go around pickups. Completely reversed. So just keep that in mind. And over here we have controls, obviously brown knobs, and they make the guitar louder and softer. And then we have a switch here which controls which one of these block pickups or transducer we're going to select. And up here, I'll show you how to operate this, is a phase switch. And let me show you the back of the guitar, because unlike some guitars, the back of this guitar is not boring at all. Let me take it out of the holder. And if your guitar does not come with its own holder, you need to go back to your guitar shop and cuss them out and get your holder that goes with it. You'll notice that the body is very dark, brownish, along with the neck. This is all Paul's guitars are made with old growth sinker, brownish old growth sinker. Okay, so let's hear what it sounds like. And this guitar is designed exclusively for classic rock only, so you should not be playing anything other than classic rock on this. Let me, as usual, let me go ahead and put the camera over here like such, if we can get it balanced just right. There we go. Yep, got it there. Alright, so we're going to plug into a Bogner Shiva and listen to what it sounds like. So this is the Paul Reed Smith Sirius Contender 58 in a classic rock performance context on a Bogner Shiva. Well, that's probably enough. I don't want to violate any copyright rules for playing, you know, really popular, well-known classic rock tunes like that. I do want to show you, though, how to operate this phase switch. So let's get the camera back here. This is a special phase switch here, right there. So as I push this, let me get some. There we go. I'll push that switch. There we go. You hear that? Darker sounding. That's what's known as the brown sound. Right there. That's pretty cool, huh? And if you're wondering what my settings are on my amp, you'll notice everything's to the right. Just the way it should be. Crank it. Except for the master volume, because if we turn that all the way to the right, it would blow your fucking head off. And we don't want that to happen. So there it is, my friends. Another totally pro artist demo of the Paul Reed Smith Sirius Contender. See you next time.